Good afternoon, guys.
Afternoon.
Welcome from sunny Scunny. And by God, is it sunny? It's bloody warm. What do you reckon it'd be? About 26 degrees? Something like that. Decided to take Ezzy for a walk.
I'm keeping it safe.
Ezzy the e-scooter. Which brings me round to the title of the video. Anarchy in the UK and other ramblings, or Anarchy in the UK and other stories, whatever I decide to call it. Anarchy. That's what I want to talk about. Come on. Do we look like anarchists? Do we look like the typical anarchists?
No.
I wouldn't say so.
But you were wrong!
But you are. You're absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. You know why? Because riding that thing is against the rules of this island, UK. Allegedly, it's against the law. And this is what I want to talk about, because people have the wrong attitude towards authority and what we should and shouldn't be doing. We bought that about a week ago and we've had fun on it. We have had fun on it. We're fully aware that they're illegal, fully aware. But this is what makes us anarchists. Yeah, we don't ride them and go around terrorising the neighbourhood and running into OAPs and
No, common sense is...
winding in and out pedestrians. No. But the problem is the government seem to think that they have the right to tell us that we have to abide by their rules because of the minority that would, without a doubt, do that. We've seen it for ourselves. We've seen it for ourselves. To put it bluntly, they're fucking idiots, they really are. But should that impose a rule on me and Sarah being able to enjoy the freedom of owning and using our own electric scooter? No, it shouldn't. Because we're fucking sensible. If we come across, this is what I do when I'm riding. If I come across a group of people where I don't think I'll be able to squeeze through them, I stop the scooter and I walk past them. It's called fucking respect. And not many people have it. Not many people have it nowadays, you know. They expect everybody to move out the way. You know, whatever happened? Whatever happened to the respect that we grew up with? I'm not gonna not enjoy my life. We work fucking hard. We earn enough money to get by. We don't want any more. We're happy with what we're doing because we're fully aware if you want things out of life, you live to work and earn money to be able to afford it, and that's exactly what we do.
To be fair, you can't actually prepare for the future.
No.
No one can actually prepare for the future. This
is something that we've come to realise after moving away to Gibraltar, and it wasn't a mistake at all. We loved it. It's an education. It was a learning curve, and you know what? I think I'd do it again if I got the opportunity. I'd do it again if it offered us
sustainability,
a wider view of how the future could work out. Because people that know us know that we are up for an adventure. We do enjoy stepping out the box, so to speak, and that's exactly what we've done with this e-scooter. We've ignored the rules and regulations and legislation of this land, and I'll tell you a little story actually. So me and Sarah work at the same place, but we're quite often on opposite shifts. So when I'm not doing out, Sarah's at work, she finishes at 8 o'clock at night, whatever, I'll scoot up on my scooter and meet up with her and quite often walk home with her. you know, scooter in hand or whatever. And I was pulling into Ashby the other day, and I was on the path on this scooter. Now, that's not a rare thing, but I generally try and keep off the paths because they're for walkers, they're for pedestrians. But again, it comes back to respect. If there's nobody on the path and the road isn't appropriate, if it's dual carriageway, something like that, then obviously I'll ride on the path, but with respect to other pedestrians. So I was pulling into Ashby on the path. I would imagine I'd be doing about 5-6 miles an hour because there was nobody else about, no kids, no adults, nothing. So I was in a safe zone, basically. And lo and behold, as I was pulling to the end of the road, a police van with 2 police officers were in it and saw me. So, fair enough, no problem. I don't live in fear, but I live in the knowledge that on an occasion like that I'll probably get stopped and questioned. So I just carried on as normal. Went to the chip shop, and again, lo and behold, the coppers had parked up the van and they were going in the chippy. So I'm stood outside waiting for Sarah to finish. The 2 coppers were stood right next to me. These guys know that these things are illegal and you're not allowed to ride them on the path. And you know what? They didn't say a word. I didn't have a helmet on. I was stood with my scooter. I wasn't riding it round them or anything like that. And by the way, regarding a helmet, yes, I am going to get a helmet. But that's not because I've been told to get one. That's because I see it as common sense. I haven't got one today because I'm not being an idiot. I'm not flying about. I'm not on my way to work on the main road. But when I do get my helmet through, because it's coming via post, I will wear it when it's appropriate. If I choose to go on the main roads where there's traffic going faster than me, I will most definitely wear a helmet. That's my personal choice. That's not because I've been told to. That's not because it's the law or anything that I'm supposed to abide by. And that makes us an anarchist. Yeah?
Sorry.
No, you're all right. That's not a problem to me. I don't like labels, but if people want to call us an anarchist, that's fine, not a problem. But just realise what an anarchist is. An anarchist is taking self-respect and responsibility, self-control for yourself.
So this might be a good time to set up something.
Regarding
Maybe Barefoot
what?
and Buddykins will be back with adventures.
Why
Maybe.
not? Why not? At the end of the day, right? We're not doing anything wrong. We're not being rogues. We're not being rebels. Well, we probably are being rebels by just
I don't know, we're just
stating the bloody obvious. Well, that's exactly what I meant. Say that again. Living it. Living it. We're living our life the way we want to live it, without imposing any problems upon other people. If you want to know what I'm doing, I'm just taking my feet off.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I don't know whether you'll be able to see this.
They're very pink. Oh.
My toes are healing. If you remember, when I climbed the Rock of Gibraltar, I damaged my big toes, and I think the big nails are going to come off eventually, but they're healing nicely now, and that's about 3 or 4 months after the expedition, so to speak. Anyway, yeah, I think Sarah's hit the nail on the head. This is about living and not interfering with other people's lives, and we expect that back. We don't want people interfering with our fucking lives, you know? As long as we're being honourable and respectful towards our environment. And that's another thing. We could go out, we could earn more money, we could buy a car, and to be fair, the damage it would do to our local environment would be stupid. We don't use the car enough to be able to warrant such expense. We don't go that far now, and if we did, we'd use a train. We can take the scooter with us. We're toying with the idea of maybe getting another one. Maybe.
I don't know if I feel confident enough to be able to ride one around people.
But the beauty is, we've got one, and Sarah can take it whenever she likes, and she can practice. And if it means getting another one so that we can both scoot about a little bit faster and widen our area of travel locally, then it's a good idea and it's money well worth spending.
Quite a bit of money, like, but...
They do officially, they do 15.5 mile an hour. I would say this does slightly more. And
you can get them with a seat.
You can get them with a seat. I've got a seat with this one, and at some time in the near future I'll be doing a video to show you what that's like. But personally, I don't think we'll be using it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But the beauty of it is we have the freedom to do what we want.
I'm going to do what I want.
And if that's breaking the law, then I'm sorry, but we will break the law. You know, and we will face the consequences, whatever they may be. But believe me, the world will know about it. The world will know about it, because I can guarantee, without a doubt, I won't be doing anything unlawful. I won't be causing a breach of the peace. I certainly won't be stealing or robbing off anyone or out like that. I will be just leading my life, doing the things that I enjoy doing. And same with Sarah, likewise.
Just have respect, that's it.
That's it. We have respect for everybody else, we just expect that back. So, you know, that's it. That's it. Regarding work, so that's it. That's the e-scooter story for today, and the anarchy in the UK that I was talking about. Right, regarding work, yeah, I've done my training now, and I'm on frying shifts 3 evenings a week. Monday, Wednesday and Saturday, tea time till close down. And a shout out to everybody that's helped me and supported me and believed in me. At the end of the day, I was a baker. When I first left school, I was a traditional oil-fired oven baker. What's up, Dal? Okay. And that's why I enjoyed it, because it's not the new style way of baking, which is mass-produced factory stuff. You know, the old traditional way it instills a massive sense of pride in the job that you're doing. You know, in the food production that you're involved with. And it's the same way that we fry. We do it the traditional way. It's not timed, you know, where like McDonald's and such like, they put the chips in for X amount of minutes. I don't know whether it's 3-4 minutes or whatever. We don't work like that. We work on experience and quality. Yeah, a lot of our stuff is handmade, it's homemade, and that's what makes a difference. You know, that's what gives you a sense of pride. I will work if I get a sense of pride out of my work. I could not and will not work in a factory. Can't do it. It doesn't do the old nut any good. You know, on a line of robotic movement, that's no good. It's no good. It doesn't do your mind any good. It certainly doesn't create a free-spirited person. And like I say, I'm not saying everybody's like that. If people get on with that and enjoy that sort of life, then so be it. But it's certainly not for me. So yeah, big shout out to everybody that's helped me get to where I have been. You know, it's taken patience. And like I say, I would imagine it'd be about 10 weeks now, won't it, sir?
What?
About 10 weeks that I've been working at the chippy, training. So I've done pretty good. You know, I've got to the stage now where I can run it with the assistance of 2 or 3 assistants, you know, customer service ladies, and they're brilliant. They've helped me out a lot, and you know, here's to a long, you know, work life, you know, where we can work together and enjoy it. Provide a service that people want, you know. What else have I got to talk about? The state of the government. I really don't think I want to go that way today and put a bit of a cloud over this beautiful day. At the end of the day, we've watched Boris is allowing people to you know, congregate in bigger social bubbles. Bollocks, absolute bollocks, you know, in my opinion.
Well, it's only 'cause, like, people, it's almost like people need to be told, isn't it? It's
yeah,
a bit weird.
yeah, people are sat there,
they already know what to do,
watching the TV, waiting to be told what they can do next. I'm sorry guys, if you are at that stage, then I really don't know what to say, you know. Work it out yourself. If you feel you need to social distance, then do it. do it. But I see so many people sat there waiting and say, well, you know, we haven't been told that we can do this yet, we haven't been told we can do that. If you're using your due diligence and you feel as though you're safe to get on with your life, then fucking do it. Do it. Because the only thing that you are damaging is your own mental health if you're not careful. And to some degree those around you as well, because it rubs off. It really does rub off, and you know, we don't want that. We don't want that. As for the second wave,
planned.
Yeah. I would put a safe bet on that it is planned and it will come. Whether I believe, towards winter, maybe so, yeah. Whether I believe it exists is a totally different story, but what we will be told is that it does exist, yeah, and we will be expected to go into lockdown for a second time. Be prepared, because you're going to have to be. You're going to have to be prepared. At the end of the day, if you go into lockdown, how are you going to cope? How are you going to cope? We don't know. We don't know how we're going to do it. We're not going to do a great deal different, but we may end up having to finish work again. We may end up having to rearrange our lives completely.
So, does that mean that we can grow some food on the land, please? Close to work.
There's one thing for sure in our lives, mine and Sarah's lives, there's one thing for sure is the path that we are on now is exactly the path that we want to be on. But it's not the end story.
No.
And the same applied when we lived in Gibraltar and Spain.
But then it comes back to you can't really plan your future at the moment because there's so much going on.
There's so much going on. At the end of the day, we have the ability and the knowledge to lead a totally different life. We want to be living off-grid if possible. We know it's not going to be easy. We've attempted it a few times and we haven't failed. We've learnt a lot about the journey that we're heading into. I'm travelling now, but we're heading into a new way of life. Many people want to see the old world back. I don't. If we go back to the old way we was living, all we're going to do is end up being slave to the system, suppressed by what we're being told. And let's face it, if we live the old way of life, we're just going to keep going round in circles and ending up where we are today, or where you guys are today, where you believe, or some of you believe that, you know, we're still in lockdown, we've still got to be careful about this, that and the other. I don't want to live that way of life, yeah? You know, we all should have the freedom. We were born free spirits. We want to live free spirits. I don't want to die knowing that I haven't lived the life that I really, truly want to live. And we are heading into that now. We are heading in the right direction. It's just taking time, patience. It takes numbers. There's been a phenomenal amount of people that have woken up to the bullshit that we've been fed. I'm not saying there isn't a virus. I've never said that. But what I am saying is we've been fed a lot of bullshit into how we've been made to lead our lives.
To be fair, look, we just know what they're up to. We know their agendas. We know that what they want to implement. We've been saying it for years and years, and we just, I don't know. Sometimes you just feel alone, don't you, in this?
This is a big transition between what we had and what the powers that be want. And to some degree, I think they will get it. They will get it.
Where will we be, though?
But I think we ought to be working towards having the freedom to choose whether we want to take that room or not. Excuse me, I've got bloody hiccups now. Just because we want to live off-grid and be self-sufficient in the way we grow food and raise animals and such like, we don't expect everybody else to want to do that as well. Again, freedom of choice. You want to do that? Work towards it. If you don't, choose your own life. Choose your own life. That's the beauty of living, breathing. That's what we're here for. We can do it. We can do it. We just have to believe in ourselves. We really do. I've got this afternoon, well, I've got today off and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Beautiful weather here today. Like we say, I would say it's about 27, 28 degrees. It's getting warmer as we sat here. I don't want to burn, actually. I noticed today I'm still actually tanned from when we was in Gibraltar, so this might top it up a little bit without having to go to the expense and having a fortnight's quarantine when we got back. We can't do that yet. It'd be nice to be able to go over there a couple of times a year. We've said it before, but we'll see. But so at the end of the day, we're on the right track. We're working. Officially we're only really part-time, each of us, and it's enough for what we know, what we want, what we need. We can pay our rent, we can pay our bills, we can eat, and we can save a little bit of money to have the finer things in life, the things that we feel we will enjoy. So let's have some video logs off you guys, yeah? Or comment, let us know what you think. We're striving for a free world. One where we don't have to work our bollocks off in order to be a member of society, for instance, yeah? There's no need. There's no need.
Anyway, I thought it was equality.
It should be equality. Equality be above the law for everybody. You know, I do believe, I'm a strong believer in these politicians just... Hey guys, sorry for that brief ending. Telephone rung, it was work, might be a bit of overtime, so sorry about that. Very quick ending. When the phone rings, because I'm recording on my phone, when it rings it cuts the video off altogether. So I thought I'd just snip back. I'm at our place where we live and just give you a quick look of the tomatoes and cucumbers that we've planted up. Don't know whether you'll be able to see that. There's one. There's another. And then we've got tomatoes. This one, if you can see them, is cherry tomatoes. This one is a bit of a failure. I don't know what's going on with this one. Got a couple here, but it doesn't seem to be doing a great deal up the top. And then this one is doing okay. So, and it's growing. It's quite a healthy one. So needs a bit of water, I think, as well. And now that it's in the shade, I can water it. So yeah, I'll continue when I get a chance. Looks like I might have a little bit of overtime in for the next few weeks. So stay safe, be lucky, and we'll catch you soon. Bye for now.